What's up, everybody? I'm back, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Godzilla News and Updates. So, our first bit of news comes from another Philippines type trailer kind of thing. It is another one of those presumably fan-made type trailers that was put together using leaked footage of the movie, or rather pirated footage of the movie. Now, nothing really brand new we can gather from this little clip, except that, spoiler alert for the next couple seconds, we actually see the form of Godzilla in his first form. We see his eyeball move past the camera. Alright, spoiler warnings over, no more spoilers from here on out. So our next bit of news is actually a really cool one, and it is that Godzilla Resurgence, Shin Gojira, is now the highest grossing film this year in Japan. That is awesome news, because that pretty much confirms that we are getting more Godzilla. And yes, we already know that we're getting more Legendaries Godzilla. We already know that Toho is producing a Godzilla anime. But the fact that Shin Gojira has now earned around over 6 billion yen, or about 58 million American dollars, I mean, that is just insane. This movie is doing so well, and I cannot wait for it to come to America. I am super excited, and that does lead us into our next bit of news, and that is that Shin Gojira is getting an American release date. Yes, the thing that everyone's been waiting for. We knew Funimation's announced it, we have the release dates, and we're going to run through all the theater locations. But first, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a quick promo for the movie. Yeah, this is an American trailer. Not a lot of people have seen it. It's not really an official trailer. It doesn't play in theaters or anything like that, but it is really cool to see, and I'm really happy about it. So there it was, and like it mentions in the video, if you were disappointed with the 2014 Godzilla movie, you probably won't be with this one. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see Godzilla in full glory. Yes, I am still a little bit upset about one change that they made. For those of you guys who have been here long enough, you know what that is. It has to do with the tail. But for the rest of the movie, I am super psyched. I cannot wait to see it. Now, before we get into the theater locations, there's one more thing to talk about, and that is the Shin Gojira American release poster. So here's the poster that everyone's been showing online. This is a really cool one. I mean, it's just the original Japanese poster with some English words down below instead of Japanese. Now, one thing to note here is, notice how they blacked out Godzilla's tiny little beady eye. I wonder if that was an intentional change to try and make it look more terrifying, less goofy, or if that was just an unintentional kind of color fade kind of thing. I have no idea, but regardless, I'm excited. Now, let's get into the thing you guys have all been waiting for, and really quick, I am super sorry that I am late on talking about this news. It actually does kind of help that I'm late on talking about this news, because, you know, the longer time goes on, the more this map gets updated. So let's take a look at the Shin Gojira US showings map, shall we? So here's the entire United States, as you guys can see. Here's a world map focused in on the US. Really quick, I want to start out with these smaller ones just so people can get a little bit more knowledge on what's going on here for my Alaskan and Hawaiian viewers. So it looks like you're not going to be able to view it from any island but Honolulu, which is really big of a bummer, especially because the mainland is the biggest. So you would expect that, you know, the bigger the island, probably the more population. So, and you can't quote me on that. I'm not good with my Hawaiian facts, sorry. But it's really bumming out for the people who live far out. like in other islands. So here we go in Honolulu. We'll zoom in and show you guys the theater location. So for those of you who know where this theater is, there you go, guys. Have fun seeing it. I am certainly going to see this movie. I can't wait. So let's continue with Alaska, because that is the next state, the only other separated state. So as you guys can see here, this is where it's playing for you guys in Alaska. Regal Cinemas, pretty cool. Is actually one other location. I don't know why I just don't do this. Here's that actual other location in Alaska. Now here is the U.S. as a whole, other than those two states, and wow, it is playing all over. Now, when I originally saw this map, it looked like this. So as you guys can see, they have added a ton of other locations. Looks like we're getting some around here, which originally there weren't really any. Looks like Texas is getting some further up, further north. New Mexico, Colorado, New York, all this area is getting tons and tons and tons of locations. Of course, the one I'm interested in is right over here near LA. Now, as you guys can see, there are actually multiple theater locations near LA, so I will be good to go. Release date, my mom took the day off work so she could drive me down there and we could see it. Really, really cool. And for those of you guys who are like, hey, why don't you, show us all the locations? Well, that's because there's 181 or plus. So if you guys want to look right here, this is actually the map of all of these showing places. If any of these places look familiar to you, then you guys know they're near you. I do apologize. Link in the description below for this map. For those of you guys who want to see the movie and you don't know what your theaters are called, I do apologize. I can't really do anything about that. So as you guys can see here, we have all these theater locations. Pretty crazy. There's a whole lot. I can't wait to see this movie. Super, super excited. And if I'm going too fast for you guys, just go back and pause when I'm scrolling down. You can check out the full list down in the link description below. You can check out this full list. You can go to whatever state you live in. You can click on whatever, theaters are near you. So let's just use New Mexico as our kind of thing to look at because, Breaking Bad. So let's check out the kind of theater locations they have. This is an example for if you want to know what kind of theaters are near you that are playing the movie. You would just scroll into the map, see that it's playing at this cinemas. You could click on it, get all your information here. You could zoom out, if you live a little bit too far away from that. Hopefully your state's playing more than one. So if you live down here, actually, this looks like it's in a different state. This looks like it's also part of Texas. It looks like it's in the Texas border. But it's close enough to New Mexico. I couldn't imagine that being too far of a drive, maybe a few hours. So there you guys see there where the location is. So that's all you'd need to do, or you could just click from the far view and get where you want. As you guys can see here are some of the theaters playing the movie. Really cool. I cannot wait. I am super excited. I know you guys are too. Sorry it took me so long to get this video out. I will continue to do update videos as the map gets updated. Yesterday there was one location in Alaska, no locations in Hawaii. So it's cool to see theaters all over the country announcing the playing of the movie. Sorry for you Canadian and Mexican viewers, I cannot help you guys out because these maps aren't updated enough to tell me where it's playing anywhere other than the US. So once again, I do apologize, but there's nothing I can do about that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I cannot wait to see this movie. The release date is officially October 11th. I am super excited. Thank you guys for watching. D-Man out.